What's going on, all you modified gentlemen? Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Jackson.
I'm Markel.
And we are back with another show for you.
You're listening to the Modified Gentleman.
So, for this topic, what we're talking about this episode is something that we all can be a little victim to. We're going to be talking about addiction, but not your normal addiction. We're not talking about alcohol or drugs.
Negative.
Not talking about sex.
Not at this moment.
Not talking about gambling. We're talking about attention. Are you addicted to attention? Is our culture addicted to attention now? Are we doing things that are so detrimental to ourselves to get noticed? Is that what we're doing?
Yep.
I'm starting to notice a lot of things, of course, on social media and definitely Instagram, Facebook, everything, where people are doing these challenges, right?
Right.
You ever see these challenges, man?
Baby powder.
What?
What?
The latest challenge I seen, what is the broom one, right? Have you seen that one? The broom, man. You take a broom and you stand it up, and apparently it's
it stands up by itself.
Yeah, it stands up by itself.
Yes, you get your turbo on.
What is that? Like, what's going on with that? And of course, the challenge that started everything off, I think, was the cinnamon challenge back in the day, right? You take a spoonful of cinnamon and try to swallow it or something. Remember that?
Yeah.
Why? Why are we doing that, right? Is it because that you just have this curiosity that you want to see if these challenges work? Is that what it is? Nah, I don't think so. Nah. I think it's the fact that people want to get noticed. They want to be a part of the viral sensations that's taking a hold in our culture, and they're doing this to the point to where it is becoming greatly detrimental to our society, to our culture. People are putting their own lives in danger. Oh man, do you remember the alcohol challenge, like the rubbing alcohol challenge?
No.
Yeah, man, people would take rubbing alcohol, put it on themselves, and set themselves on fire. That was like, what, 2-3 years ago?
Bruh.
Come on, man.
Yeah. I think I saw the kid like in the tub or something like that. They didn't like the mom light the child up one time.
I don't know if it was the mom or not, but this dude lit himself up on fire. And
yo.
But the thing is, we got to talk about that. Like, why is that becoming a thing? Why is the fact that you want to get noticed so bad that you will put yourself in mortal danger, put your life and others in mortal danger to get the validation and the attention from strangers? Why is that a thing? For me personally, I've never been hipped into that because I'm old school, man. When you're old school, you kind of just stay in your lane. Right. And you do your work. Okay. You know, I grew up in an era where kids are seen, not heard. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Facts. And so yes, sir. I don't gel too well with what's going on nowadays. When I see a lot of people, they do these things just to fit in. It's an acceptance level. It's an acceptance type of thing. It's not even peer pressure anymore, to be honest. I don't even think it's peer pressure because it's not not like the classic peer pressure was, hey, you want a cigarette? You want to be like us? It's not even like that anymore. It's the peer pressure where people are actually just doing it just for themselves, but to get that viral status.
Yeah, they want the social acceptance.
Oh my God, man.
Because like to what you were saying earlier, people are trying to do things like if you're going to try, you just want to experience something, you don't have to have the camera on. Exactly. You know, you're doing this to be seen.
Right.
Let's be clear.
Right.
There's a purpose to your madness.
Good point.
Keyword madness.
Yeah.
Some people are so thirsty for attention. They literally put themselves on fire so they can be seen.
Yes.
And say they did that at school.
Right.
But you do realize you're talking about fire.
And we're not fireproof.
We are not fireproof.
People don't even stop, drop, and roll anymore. They just take off running. And that fans the flames. and so if you don't know, if you ever get caught on fire, you're supposed to stop, drop, and you roll. And that will extinguish the flames that are engulfing your body.
Doom, 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 doom.
Do not run because that'll make the flames burn hotter. So now that we got that out the way.
Yes.
Like you said,
the more you know.
Being thirsty for attention. If I was a medical practitioner, a medical doctor, like somewhere high up in the field, I would classify that almost as a disease. Or would you classify it as like a mental illness?
Depend on the age, because I understand some of these kids, their brains not completely developed.
Good one, yeah.
Especially some of our young males, you know.
You know who you are.
You know, they trying to get the attention of that female. This female see this video of me blah.
Man.
And I'm not going to just isolate to that, just an example. But, man, what this go viral and I become popular?
Yeah.
Oh, the next day I walk into school, yeah, sure, they're going to look at me differently. But are they laughing with you or are they laughing at you?
Ooh. Man.
I can forgive, I can overlook when a child does something. Children are expected to do child things.
Exactly.
Now, when you start hitting that 20 mark, bruh,
right.
When you start hitting that 25, 27 mark, now, goddamn it, if you 30, there's a conversation.
You're physically old, but mentally, we got to talk about that.
And there's a difference. You can physically be one age, and your mental could be trapped in kindergarten.
I saw a case last year where this couple were trying to go viral.
Okay.
And so the guy takes like an encyclopedia book, holds it up to his chest. He gives the female this 50 caliber Desert Eagle handgun. And he says, I want you to shoot the book. And so you know what she did? She shot the book and she killed him.
She killed the man.
Yeah, man. And all for views. That's what it was. Like, it was a stunt they wanted to do so they could go viral. You got to look at this thing in a realistic standpoint. You're trying to get the validation of strangers globally. And I get it. YouTube will pay you for views, right? They'll pay you. And people are getting checks off of this.
Sometimes.
But let's be honest. It's not worth it. The money is not worth people losing their lives or getting injured, getting maimed, you know what I'm saying, becoming handicapped for life or getting locked up, going to jail. Like there was a case where an older couple who they run a YouTube page or they ran a YouTube page. Okay. Yeah, it's shut down now. They ran a YouTube page.
Spoiler alert. You know what I'm saying?
They ran a YouTube page where they were making fun of their kids. It turned out where they were abusing their kid for views, for likes. Like they weren't feeding their kids. I think there was a video where they locked one of their kids in like the closet or something. And the kid was banging on the door to try to get out, and they were just laughing like it was funny. And they post that stuff online. Wow. And they got reported to Child Protective Services, and that was the end of that.
That's crazy.
All for views, man.
Bruh.
For views?
Bruh.
For people you don't know?
Bruh.
For a check?
When I say, I mean, when you hit that 25 and up, bruh.
I think these people were in their 30s, too.
Check honestly, yourself no joke. Before you riggedy wreck yourself.
But come on, though. Like, why are we like this, though? Why are we doing this? Like, there has to be.
They want that look, man. They want that look. They want to be able to say they bosses in YouTube world. All that.
They stunting. That's what it is.
They stunting in them jumpsuits. Kill them.
Stupid. But Inmate 38472.
I'm telling you, get their good side.
What is the remedy to this, though? How can we fix this? Because it's grown to the point now. It is so overwhelming that people are just automatically doing stuff without even thinking about consequences. They don't even get that far, Like back when I was a kid, and I would get in trouble, my mom would set me straight. The next time I thought about doing something, I thought about the consequence.
Right.
But nowadays, people are doing things and it's like there is no consequence to it. They can continue to do this stuff. They keep doing it. How can we fix or restructure this mentality to where you are sacrificing and compromising your own morals, your values, your ethics as a decent human, in order to get the validation from people who you don't even know?
That hunger for attention to be something more than what you think you are at the time, it's definitely a source of motivation to do some wild things. Again, just to go back on that age situation, it's one thing when you're a child.
Yeah.
But, you should be secure in yourself. At least I would like to think so by the time you hit 25, male or female. I mean, everybody has their insecurities. Yeah. Everybody learns to accept and deal with and mask some of the insecurities at different rates. But, by that time, people start figuring it out. I'm not even saying they got to completely figure it out, but at least they start figuring it out. Because you can't depend on other people to be that, for lack of a better phrase, gatekeeper to say, hey, that's not right. Like, people gonna be people.
I feel like that's where we dropped the ball at, because we stopped holding each other accountable. We have stopped coming to each other and saying, hey, I don't think that's a good idea, man. You probably shouldn't do that. Or, hey, man, that's not a good look. You probably shouldn't do that. We have stayed so isolated in our own lanes that we see people doing the wrong thing and we just keep walking. We
Right.
don't say nothing about it, dog.
Right.
Nothing at all.
Hey, everybody got the right to do whatever they want to do. But if you're, air quotes, your brother's keeper,
Yeah.
you can at least say, I said something about it. Even you my boy or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, at least you
Okay.
brought it up.
And I think a lot of that plays a part, man, with why people do these crazy things. Because if they don't know that it's crazy, but, other people are standing around watching people do things, or somebody who is doing crazy things and you didn't pull them to the side to say, hey, that wasn't good.
Yeah, you're looking wild in these streets, B.
Yeah, we have to start holding each other accountable for things like this. And whether you're out there trying to get the attention, because that's what you feel drawn to.
Yeah.
And I get it. Scientifically, it releases these endorphins. You're like, oh man, another like, another subscriber. You got to get that.
I'm one click away from going viral. Okay.
Let me not put everybody on the same scale of morals and values.
Right.
Because that's a horrible assumption to make. Because a lot of us never even had like a moral compass.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And so it plays a huge part too. And it doesn't even have to be just, YouTube or social media. It's just when you're trying to, like you said earlier, seeking the attention of a female, or a female seeking the attention of a guy, like you end up doing the most.
Yeah.
You end up becoming so extra.
Man.
It's middle school.
What?
Yo. What we were talking about earlier as far as people not making it far enough in their thought process to where they make it to the consequences, yo. Yeah. And it's like you're seeking the attention at phase 1, but you need to be cautious of phase 3, 4, 5, because that's where the issues come at. As a society, as a culture, we gotta police each other up, man.
Yeah.
We gotta do better about trying to protect each other. We're staying in our lane so much. We're ignoring people, to be honest. We're ignoring another person's misfortune. It's crazy how that plays a part with attention seeking, because people want to seek that attention, seek that validation, and there are people who do see it, but they don't say, hey, you probably shouldn't do that.
Right.
And the other side of that is you don't have to seek attention. You have to learn and find it in yourself that you are enough, Yeah. And there's just so many ways that people are addicted to attention. Yeah. Because they want to feel like they're needed, want to feel like they're on top, and want to feel like they have a purpose.
Right.
But what we disagree with is when it becomes obsessive.
Just toxic.
Yeah. Very, very. You can do what you want to do, make an ethical living out of it. But I guess the whole YouTube and Instagram hustle is just, man, it's not a good look for our society. It's not a good look for our culture. And not trying to come down with the iron fist, but just to let people out there to be cognizant of what's going on, Don't jump on every trend. Don't jump on every challenge. Be careful for you, yourself, your family, your friends, and try to approach things in the right headspace. Trying to get the attention level is so high, man, that you just buried your morals. You buried your ethics and your values. Like, come on. Like,
hey, Jax, come on, bro.
The thing is, we have a problem with seeking attention. And it is an addiction that you might not even be aware of. You might not even be aware of it, but you may know somebody who is,
Yeah.
So you got to be careful out there.
Realize where the line is.
Yeah, exactly.
I know it can get blurred.
Exactly. When you see a trend and you see, all these crazy challenges, just let it go. There was the challenge, a couple years ago was the ice bucket challenge.
The bucket challenge.
Ice bucket challenge where people, and it was for a good cause.
Yeah.
It was for like some kind of I forgot the disease.
I can't remember right now.
But it was the challenge where people were pouring buckets of ice over their head. And I mean, it was for a good challenge, then it became, it was perverted, and it stopped being for a good cause, and people were just doing it.
Didn't somebody get hurt behind that?
Yeah, a lot of people got hurt. Like, buckets were dropping on people's heads.
Yeah, like somebody body temperature cooled off a little too fast and something. I don't remember.
Man, like, you got to stop, just don't jump on the trends, Being viral is not always a good thing.
No, that stuff lives forever, and you don't know what you're gonna try to get into in the next 10 or so years.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap the show up. We're going to let you guys know that you can catch The Modified Gentleman now on multiple streaming channels that stream podcasts. You can find it on Apple Podcasts, on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and many other channels.
Yes, sir.
So if you go to the link in our profile, you'll find a link tree there, and it'll link you to all our other channels.
Down below. Yes.
So with that being said, we're going to wrap this one up, and we will catch you guys on the next show.
Till next time.
All right. Y'all be good out there. Peace.
Later. You're listening to The Modified Gentleman.